Namaste, James Boag here, and I'm very much looking forward this summer 2026 to returning to Casa Cuadrau, this wonderful place in the Spanish Pyrenees, where we have so much support from the beautiful environment to really deepen our experiential understanding of the principles of yoga. So yoga, it means to join, it means to connect, it means to gather, to join up. But what are we joining up? What are we gathering? One way we can understand that is that we are gathering all the different parts of ourselves. We're joining up all the different members of the gang of our being, we might say. And this includes the basic elements or building blocks of life: earth, water, fire, air, and space in the Indic vision of our existence. And so today I'm going to share a simple prayerful meditation to work with the elements. This summer, during the Summer Solstice, it'll be my great joy to share at Casa Cuadrau. I'm going to focus on the elements, and at that time of year, especially the sun and the fire. So this is going to be just a simple seated meditation practice, so I invite you to join me in this. It'll take about 10 to 15 minutes, and we're just going to take a comfortable seat. You could do it sitting in a chair, sitting on the ground, whichever position you take. It's nice for the knees to be no higher than the hips, and that you feel you can sit comfortably with the spine spacious. So feel, how can I make my spine nice and roomy in all directions? And feel when you sit down, notice your tailbone now. Feel the very root of your spine, and then imagine, we're not going to stand up, but imagine you're going to stand up. Notice where that initial impulse to stand would come from. It might well be around the very root of the spine. So feel like, I was going to stand up, and notice how that impulse can invite this kind of subtle elevation through the whole length of your vertebral column. And as we sit and we tune into that impulse, I'm going to stand up, but I don't stand up. Instead, I just send that impulse gently moving up the whole length of the vertebral column, so I feel supported from the roots. So one thing that sometimes happened to me when I was sitting to meditate for a longer period in the past, I noticed over time I would kind of collapse a little bit. And then I would try and lift myself, but I would lift myself from maybe the middle of my torso, from my rib cage, and then I would collapse again. But in yoga, we always build from the element of earth. We build from the foundation. So this in itself is a very simple but potent practice. Build the posture from the ground up, from the roots. So feel the root of the spine, and imagine you're going to sit up or stand up, and notice how that can help the whole vertebral column feel more roomy, more spacious, more supported. And as you sit here, feel like, okay, imagine you're already sitting down, but imagine I was going to sit down. Feel that impulse and feel how that can help you connect more deeply to the earth beneath you. Once again, feel like as if I was going to stand up, and then connect that sensation of being rooted into the earth, but also feeling buoyant and supported. Feel spacious around the shoulders, relaxed around the neck, and feel that your head can just rest steady and easy on the support of the rest of the spine. If you like, for a moment, you could bring the awareness to the occiput, that bone on the back of the head, and just gently for a moment, lift it up as you tilt the head forwards and down. And then reverse that motion to tilt the head the other way. Nothing extreme, just a gentle movement. So you feel the occiput moving up and down, and the roof of your mouth also kind of tilting one way and the other. And then on that support of that rooted spine, that spacious spine, feel the roof of the mouth and the occiput come to a nice settled place where you feel balanced, centered and supported. And as you sit here and you feel that connection to the earth, just feel now gratitude for the earth that supports every experience we ever have. This earth, this beautiful planet, that we're so privileged to be living on. Feel gratitude for the earth that supports all our experience. Earth, the element that knows how to recycle energy. The element that knows how to bring new life from previous decay. The earth that knows how to bring forth beauty and freshness, even from the depths of winter and times of darkness. Feel that resilience of the earth and that ever-present support. Know that you belong on the earth. You are privileged to be an earthling. What a gift to be born on this beautiful blue-green planet. Feel gratitude for the support of the earth. And feel gratitude for that earthy quality of your own physical presence in this life. Feel gratitude for your bodily vehicle, all its intelligence, all its life. And bring your awareness now to your tongue, seat of the sense power of taste associated with the element of water. Feel that watery element within your own body. Sometimes people say that we're 70 or so % water. Others point out that 90, almost 9% of the molecules in our body are water. Feel that quality of water within. If you like, gently just tilt the body a little bit side to side and feel almost like the water inside you is able to swish and wash side to side. Feel that fluidity within your own body. Notice how energy, the blood, all of the different types of liquid plasma inside you are able to circulate and support this physical structure that not only has this earthly quality, but also has this fluidity, this suppleness, this capacity to flow and to find its way through difficult situations in easeful ways. Feel gratitude for this water of life that is animating and helping support all our earthly experience. Feel gratitude for the water inside your own body. And feel gratitude for the water of life all around. For the rain and the clouds, for the rivers, the lakes and the seas. The water we can drink, the water that we can use to wash, that brings vitality, that brings refreshment, that cleanses, that invigorates. Feel gratitude for the water of life, the water that supports all our experience as human beings on this planet. Feel that gratitude for the water within and all around. Bringing your awareness now to the area of your solar plexus and feel in the center of your torso. Notice the internal combustion engine, the internal fire. Feel gratitude for the internal fire that digests, that helps with all of the assimilative processes that help sustain and revitalize our body. Feel gratitude for the fire of insight, the fire of intelligence, the light of life. Notice, if you have the eyes closed, that there is still a light of awareness. Feel gratitude for this light and fire of awareness. Bring into your awareness now the sun, giver of life on this planet, our best friend, who shines and blesses all of us. Feel gratitude for the fire and the light, the warmth and the healing rays of the sun. Feel gratitude for the cleansing properties of fire, the element that can purify all it comes into contact with. Notice that you too have an internal fire. May we be able to harness that gift of cleansing, purification, skillfully, so we can assimilate the things that nourish us, and then purify and get rid of the things that no longer serve us. Feel gratitude for this gift of fire, so intrinsic to the human experience. Feel gratitude for the sun, and feel gratitude for your internal fire that modulates your temperature, that digests the food, that helps transform and metabolize in so many of the different processes that support our vitality and our health. Feel that gratitude for the fire within and without now. Allow yourself now to notice the body breathing. Notice that in order for this easeful breathing to happen, you're not really required. The body itself is an expert breather. Feel the breath moving in and out of the body, easefully, quietly, peacefully. The element of air in the Indic vision of life is associated with communication, also with speed. Feel gratitude for the breath of life, the spirit of existence. Each inhalation, inspiration. Each exhalation, expiration. The opportunity to let go of things we no longer need. Each breath a microcosm of the life-death life cycle. Feel gratitude for this capacity we have as living beings to enjoy the journey of life, letting go of things that no longer serve us, moving forwards, not grasping for any imagined future, but relishing each moment as it unfolds. Feel gratitude for this gift of the breath, the vitality of the air that we breathe. And feel gratitude for the way all the systems of function in the body are connected and communicate as they are nourished by the breath of life, by the water of life, and by the light of consciousness as we inhabit this beautiful earth. Feel now the space of your body. Feel the space inside you. And feel your connection to the space around you. May we inhabit this space with the lightness of air, with the clarity and insight of light and fire, with the coolness and adaptability of water, with the resilience and steadiness of earth. Feel these innate qualities, the innate capacity for steadiness and resilience, for adaptability, for insight, for communication, and for spaciousness. These elements that constitute us, may we be aware of them with gratitude, and may they support us to meet the challenges and the opportunities of life with more balance, more harmony, more integration. Yoga, like many spiritual traditions and ancient timeless teachings, reminds us when we're divided and fragmented, we are weak and susceptible to all sorts of misery and exploitation, and a limitation of our true capacities. And when, on the other hand, we integrate and bring together all the different members of the gang of our being, the sum of the parts is so much more potent than perhaps we might ever have dreamed, and can allow us to contribute to what Clarissa Pinkola Estes might describe as the making and the mending of life in ways more beautiful than we perhaps would ever have dreamed. So take a moment now to thank these essential constituents of life: earth, water, fire, air and space, inside and all around. Feel gratitude for this gift of life. May I walk in gratitude, may I walk in beauty. Notice once again the easy movement of the body that comes from the breath. Feel your connection to the earth through the roots of the spine. Feel your skin. Feel the space inside, the space around you. And feel gratitude for this gift of life. Thank you. So, if we were together in person, I might well have continued and gone into the different sense powers and our action capacities of speech and communication, of shaping and forming, picking up, putting down, movement, digestion, assimilation, and creativity, and the internal instruments of our awareness, feeling gratitude to all of them, inviting them to come into cohesion. And this is a very lovely resource that the yoga tradition offers us. The clear map of our being with these elements, the sense and action powers, the internal capacities of our awareness. And when we bring awareness and gratitude to all of these constituent elements, it can bring us into this state of deeper cohesion and help us meet life from a foundation of greater steadiness and resilience and more spacious responsiveness. So when we gather at Casa Cuadrau, nature's the guru, and when we go and walk in the beautiful environment every day, the land will teach us, and with practices that relate to the elements and to the constituent powers and members of the gang of our own being, we can develop a very vital, living understanding of the rich yet simple resources that we already have. Because yoga doesn't ask us to become anything we are not. It just invites us and encourages us and gives us practical guidance of robust principles that can actually help us reclaim the fuller reality of who we already really are. Bring forth our capacity for that deeper harmony, that deeper integration, and that greater wholeness of our true being. So I always love sharing at Casa Cuadrau. The environment there is so conducive to explore the teachings of yoga, and I would love to share it with you this summer. Thank you.